Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, where the retractable roof of Minute Maid Park is closed. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. Astros baseball starts right now. Terrence Pettit will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, this guy was pretty good in his last one. He lasted into the 7th inning. He ended up taking the loss, but he pitched awfully well. And sometimes a line score can be deceiving. He pitched much better than taking a loss pitching into the 7th inning.
Digging in, Yoenis Garcia, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
For Texas, center fielder, number 54.
First pitch on its way. Here's a first pitch chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. And fellows, these Astros entering play here tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this is a nice one. First game of a homestand. You played well on the road. You got a chance to grab a shower and sleep in your own bed last night. I bet you this team comes out on the attack today.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he just misses with a curveball.
Don't be shocked if he doesn't go right back to that same pitch. You could tell he jelly-legged him at the plate a little bit, froze him, but just missed the zone.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Hey, I don't mind those pitches down below the zone trying to go for the strikeout right there. But you find yourself in a 2-2 count right here. Interested to see what he goes to.
Here now the 2-2. Fouled away. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Rangers center fielder. Dansby Swanson waits on deck. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Yeah, Matt, I cannot wait to get a look at Josh Donaldson, the bringer of rain. He's had a tremendous season on the road. If you look at his on-the-road batting average, he's one of the best players in the league. He's hitting over 400 away from home, and that's the case here, so I expect to see him have another big game.
In now, Dansby Swanson, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And the pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Pettit, a 6'5" left-hander. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2018. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like, hey, if you're going to give me that inside quarter, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game.
And he takes strike 3 called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. 2 out, nobody on. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
You know, the old adage is you never throw a lefty down and in because their ability to turn and burn, and this pitcher's taking that to heart. He is throwing everything away right here.
Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Max Scherzer, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Max Scherzer. Hello, Chief. It's Max, and it's not age at 99. This is one of the best pitchers in the game of baseball. Upper to mid-90s fastball, powerhouse slider, and a great changeup. If he brings his A game, it's lights out for the opposing team.
So digging in now, Darren Norman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, everyone always looks at the schedule, and these cross-country trips can be a bear. I always looked at them with a smile on my face. 5 hours in the plane with the boys, playing some cards, really coming together. I feel like that's where the chemistry of the team really starts to take shape on those long cross-country trips. Let's see how this team plays today.
The 2-2 one more time. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, I think the guy to watch is Matt Duffy, the Duff Man. This guy hit over 300 last year, and man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300 is really something special to look at. He's a consistent hitter. I love watching his approach. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He'll be there again this year if he continues to stay within himself.
Popped him up. Dietrich is over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop out. Well executed pitch there.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Hit down the third baseline. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. And this is still a 0-0 ball game.
Time for a look at the Astros on D. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Standing in now, Manuel Castro. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. And Springer will tuck this one in to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop,
Leading
Trevor
off for the
Story.
Astros,
It was a 2-for-4
the
effort
shortstop,
for him in Wednesday's game. Now the 2-0. 3-0 now.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
The 3-0 pitch is looked at for the first strike.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone.
Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
So here's how the Rangers are positioned defensively. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5, fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning, keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
Here's George Springer. Past battles with Scherzer. He's got 3 base hits in 16 tries. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now. Hit hard up the middle. And the Astros have their first hit of the contest.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts, some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
Stepping in now, Bobby Pyle, as he'll take a look at ball 1. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. The 3-1. High in the air down the right field line. Puig on the run. 2 down. Derek Fisher the next to bat. He's ready for his first at bat of this early season contest. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch, and that one right down Main Street.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all away, and he was going to zone him up.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Man, 35 pitches with only 2 outs in the second inning. Ideally, you'd like to have 30 or less after 2 innings, so he's got some catching up to do.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
1 left for Houston. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Yasiel Puig. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work the ball up the middle the other way, it's extremely difficult when a guy's throwing this hard to stay back on a breaking ball. You either commit and be all in on a fastball, or try and find a way to work the ball the other way to keep you back on the off speed.
The next 1-2 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So with 1 away, a couple of teams out of the AL West doing battle in this one. So let's check out where they sit in the standings entering play here today. So striding forward now, Derek Dietrich. He homered back in Wednesday's game. First pitch on its way. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2. Hit hard towards center. And the Rangers are in the hit column.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8 and 9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
In now, Julius Dill, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. The next 0-2. Popped him up. Goldschmidt is there. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yoenis Garcia, 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 1-1. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And Goldschmidt will make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Texas. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Now at the plate, Geronimo Peralta. And he's a guy really in need of something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go for him.
Geronimo Peralta.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. Gone. A solo shot here to left. Second home run early in the year, and the Astros take a 1-0 lead.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
Into the box, Cam Gallagher. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Bases are empty here, nobody out. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
These guys are pros and they're tough, but I know that one hurt. He'll never show it, though. Too much pride at stake.
Norman.
Stepping up now, Darren Norman. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Garcia going back on it, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you could say, hey, he's gone a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
First pitch on its way. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
You're on the mound in this situation. You only have 2 options. You got to find a way to strike this next guy out or get him to ground into a double play.
Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. Gallagher is on his way home. Now the relay home. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Everything done right, Dan, on both sides, the defensive side and the offensive side, to send him, and the outfielder made a strong, accurate throw, but that runner was safe.
No doubt about it. That's one of those where you got to be aggressive as a third base coach. You know the outfielder has a strong throwing arm. You're taking a lot of things you're trying to get through a decision to send. A good send in a close play, but it all worked out.
He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Popped high in the air. Castro has a play, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Standing in, Trevor Story looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now the 2-0 home. Too high, and it's 3-0.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
Fastball too low, and that's ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Bobby Pyle, one of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Base is juiced now with 2 away. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Here comes the 0-1. This is popped up. Donaldson over to his right, and that ends the inning. Matt Vasgersian, Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson, the first at bat here in the inning. Yanked on the ground down the line, and this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. And a good start to the inning for the Rangers. It's going to be a leadoff double.
Looking at this, you know he had to be sitting on that pitch because he jumped all over it. Tried to keep him off balance with the old Uncle Charlie, and he was having none of that. Not a bad pitch. He was just waiting for it and blasted a leadoff double.
Now at the plate, Corey Seager, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. First pitch of the at-bat. A high fastball is in there. And that misses 1-1.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
The 1-1 pitch. Line drive. That's a base hit into the right center field gap. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And he will get in there with their first run. It's a 2-1 game now.
Hey, D-Row, not an easy decision right there for a third base coach. That ball was hit pretty hard to right field, and you have to make a quick decision if you're going to send that runner or not.
And you know what, Dan? When you take stock in outfield arms, usually the guy with the best one is standing in right field. That's an aggressive send and way to pick up that run.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now the 0-1. Pitch popped up. Story is there, 1 away.
I'm sure his eyes lit up when he saw that curveball hanging in the zone, but maybe he tried to do too much with it because basically he hit it straight up. No doubt he wants that pitch back, and the pitcher, he just dodged a bullet.
And here's the former prize Dodger prospect, Willie Calhoun. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Pulled toward right center field. Springer has a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Striding into the box, Manuel Castro. He flew out in his last at-bat. Line drive to center field. In there, the base hit.
He's lucky it's only a single back up the middle and not a double in the gap or a home run. Pitches like that in a show get absolutely hammered.
In now is Yasiel Puig. So weighed out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's ball 1. Puig, commonly known around baseball as Wild Horse. He's got plenty of contract security. This is the first year of a new 5-year deal. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. And that's going to fall for a base hit. The throw into second. Throw to second, but he's in there as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
Next for the Rangers.
So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Standing in now, Derek Dietrich. Liner in there for a base hit. And not in time as the run scores. The tag, and they get him at the plate as 1 run scores, but not the second. So 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Rangers lead this one 3-2. Leading off the inning, Darren Norman, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Designated hitter, Darren Norman.
First pitch of the at-bat. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. And now the Ranger bullpen swings into action. A lefty and a right-hander are throwing down there. ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter. Now the 1-1 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Garcia is right there, one down.
Now batting, second baseman, Matt Duffy.
Now to the plate, Matt Duffy. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. First pitch on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Slider up that he gets a call on. Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Two balls and two strikes to Duffy. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Missed with a slider. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
That one's in there. 3-1. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Full count still. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down and the inning is over. Astros go down 1-2-3. They trail 3-2. Here's Corey Seager. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Shortstop, Corey Seager.
First delivery to him on the way. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Up top, it's 2-0.
Well, he's not proving that he can command his breaking ball in the zone right now. And until he does, there's no reason to bite on it.
The 2-0 is taken, strike 1.
Snuck that high, hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
Now the 2-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. pile. Moves over, and that's the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 20, Josh Donaldson.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Josh Donaldson. No hits to this point. First offering on its way.
Nope.
Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. A 1-1 count now to Donaldson.
1-1.
The 1-2. Down, he extends nicely, and this ball is driven to right field and deep. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. It's a solo shot off the bat of Josh Donaldson. Home run number 3 here in the early going, and it gives the Rangers a 4-2 lead.
When this one left the bat, I thought it was going to be an easy out to right, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and the right fielder gave it a great effort and almost brought it back, but no dice.
Now some action out in the Houston bullpen, as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw.
Ground ball left side. Throw on the first will get him. Scored at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now.
Castro.
Digging in once again, Manuel Castro. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And this will kick off the wall out near the 315 sign. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Well, he was definitely not looking off speed on that pitch. I'll tell you, he had to be sitting on a fastball on that one because it's coming in hot, and he still manages to get out front of that and yank it for 2 bases.
Now here comes the Houston manager out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. 5 2/3 innings of work on his final ledger, as he was not particularly sharp from the get-go here. Brad Peacock is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Brad Peacock.
In now, Yasiel Puig, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. And here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now.
No reason to give in to him here with the base open.
3-2 pitch. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Now batting, the first baseman, Derek.
Ready for another chance? Derek Dietrich. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. The 3-1 pitch. And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Now at the plate, Julius Dill. He's ready. Here's the first offering. The fastball down near the shoe tops.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer. If he puts somebody else on, we'll see if he can find it.
The 1-0 home. Slapped hard the opposite way. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. 1 run scores.
Yeah, with the bases loaded, he didn't walk a run in, so instead he makes the cardinal mistake of putting it right in the heart of the plate. And when you do that, you're going to pay the price, and that's exactly what happens with a 2 RBI double.
And the first base open, it looks as though they'll go after the next guy with the force at any base now in order and 2 men gone.
Now batting, designated hitter, Dansby Swanson.
Stepping in, Dansby Swanson. Head-to-head matchups with Brad Peacock. He's got a 3-for-7 line. Here comes the first pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. Three runs already home here. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Now the 2-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Well, he had big aspirations behind that swing. Pretty obvious he was trying to put 4 runs on the board in a hurry.
Here's a high pop-up. Goldschmidt is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the bases-loaded jam. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Boston Pruitt will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season.
Springer.
Here's George Springer. It was a walk in his last trip. Hit back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Into the box, Bobby Pyle, and he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball right back to the mound. Oh, but the feed is offline. Couldn't hit the shortstop covering the bag. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error. Derek Fisher the next to bat. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. 1 there, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
They couldn't turn the inning-ending double play. They just get the force out at second, and the runner scores from third.
Next up for the Astros, Geronimo Peralta. The 1-0 home is a slider taken for a ball.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here if he lays one in there to give him a pitch to swing at.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Dill. And the inning is over. One left for Houston. Can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. A great nighttime shot of downtown Houston there as we're back under the roof at Minute Maid Park. To the plate now for Texas is the DH, Dansby Swanson. Ball and 2 strikes to the Rangers shortstop.
Hey, he's got excellent stuff working right now. Somebody has to make an adjustment. You're seeing a lot of late swings. No one's getting the front foot down. No one's getting the barrel to the baseball.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Up next for the Rangers, shortstop, Corey.
Here's Corey Seager. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Pyle has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter, Josh Donaldson. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Goldschmidt is there, and that's the third out. 1-2-3 go the Rangers as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Geronimo Peralta is striding again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. Max Scherzer in line for the victory, barring a late collapse here. The 1-1. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Garcia sprinting after it. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Darren Norman. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. High fly ball out to deep right field. Puig looking up. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Second home run early in the year, and they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4.
That, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it.
Up next for the Astros.
In now, Matt Duffy. This'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Last strike now for Houston. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, they needed him a little bit earlier in this one, but he takes the mound in the 8th and records the final 4 outs. 4 outs saved. Job well done.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. Texas took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Max Scherzer takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. Keone Kela records 4 outs on his way to the save, his 7th of the campaign. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Play ball.